In today's modern world, it's very easy to find ourselves sitting around with bad posture. Maybe we're reading a book to our children at night. Maybe we're online paying bills. Maybe we're on the phone surfing the web. Very easy for us in today's modern world to have our head go forward, our shoulders round, and our lower back sag. This obviously can lead to a lot of pain and stress on your joints of your neck and your back and lead to some awful side effects. So in today's video, we're going to give you 4 simple exercises that you can do to start getting better posture right away. Let's get into the video. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Physio Tips with Mauro. I'm your host, Mauro Burnett, physical therapist, educator, and owner of Australian Physiotherapy Specialist located here in Jacksonville, Florida. For today's video, I'm excited to share with you guys a few great tips on how to improve posture. I received a request from someone recently. They said, hey, why don't you make a video on posture? Some of my loved ones have really been suffering posture-related pain. So I thought, what a great opportunity to share some great physical therapy tips to hopefully help you out there in YouTube land. By the way, if you're getting value from this video, don't forget to hit that like button below, or don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more videos like this in the future. All right, let's talk a little bit about posture. How do we get bad posture in the first place? It's not hard, right? In today's world with computers and tablets and phones, and our body, if we let it sag long enough, we start to lose our strength and tone in our spinal muscles and our shoulder blade muscles. And before long, we adapt to this new position. This new position of bad posture, however, is maladaptive. It leads to a lot of stress on the discs of our neck and our back. It leads to stress and strain on our joints. And it can easily lead to things like headaches, dizziness, back pain, neck pain, etc. Some of the experts that I've been able to study with will often say in today's modern world where we sit more, where we use computers more, where we don't stand and walk around as much, it's very easy for our spinal muscles to start to atrophy and become weaker. You know, in America, things like low back pain is 80% prevalence rate. 80% of everyone in America complain of low back. For neck pain, it's almost as high. 80 to 90% of people now complain about neck pain. So our posture needs to be addressed at 3 specific areas. 1, the neck. Forward head posture. We're going to show you something to address that. 2, the shoulders, that rolled shoulder posture. And 3, the pelvis. If the pelvis is collapsed underneath us, it automatically puts the head and the shoulders forward. So we're going to address those 3 factors. Forward head posture, rolled shoulder posture, and the pelvis. Let's get into our first exercise and take a look. Exercise 1 is going to address the forward head posture. We're going to do the McKenzie chin tuck. Okay, from the side, if I'm sitting and I have forward head posture, the muscles here are going to shorten. That could lead to cervical headaches, even cervical dizziness. This muscle group here is over elongated, so that's going to start to get weaker. And then my shoulders are starting to get forward, so they get tight in the front, weak in the back. So a nice exercise to help with forward head posture is I put 2 fingers on my chin. I try to sit fairly well at your waist. Whatever your height you're supposed to be, try to become that height in a gentle way. Now, you take your 2 fingers, you put it on your chin, and you gently draw your chin away from your fingers in a straight back direction. Imagine pulling a drawer out, right, on rollers. It rolls out straight. You don't want the chin to rotate up, and you don't want the chin to rotate down. So I put my 2 fingers on my chin. I gently pull away from my fingers, hold it for 1 or 2 seconds, and then I relax back. Draw my 2 fingers away and back. And we're going to do 10 repeats of this exercise. Right? Sometimes McKenzie would say, think to yourself the words pressure on, pressure off. We do that 10 times, and now, instead of my posture being here, after I've done that a few times, it starts to become a more neutral neck posture. Neutral neck posture is very important. If I allow my chin to go up, all the pressure of the head goes right into that upper neck. And if you've ever had a tension headache with neck pain or dizziness that's caused by neck pain, it's pretty nasty. So having the chin level turns on the good muscles that stabilize the neck, and it starts to prevent all of those muscular imbalances and tightness. So that's the McKenzie chin tuck. Easy to do 2 or 3 times a day just to help your posture. If you're having a lot of pain and symptoms, you can check out some of our other videos on Physio Tips with Mara where we have more in-depth exercises. But today's focus is just going to be improve your forward head posture. Think prevention. Prevention can do a lot of good, right? Let's get into our next exercise where we're going to address the shoulder posture. For our next exercise, we're going to look at a scapula pinch exercise or shoulder blade pinch exercise. So we talked about the McKenzie chin tuck earlier to get the neck out of this forward head and into a more neutral posture. Now we're going to address the shoulders, right? If the shoulders are forward. So this is what we want to do. Before we even get to the shoulders, we need to correct our pelvis. So if we think about our tailbones that we sit on, right? They're called the ischial tuberosities. If you go all the way back on your ischial tuberosities, that's obviously too far. And then if you arch all the way off of your ischial tuberosities, that's too far, and you want to find a halfway point. Once you find that halfway point, now we're ready for this exercise. So let's say maybe my shoulders are too far forward to begin with. Find my lumbar pelvis, neutral position that we just did. I drop my upper shoulders, upper traps, and about 1 centimeter back, I gently bring my shoulder blades together behind my back, right? So it kind of looks like this. Here's my bad posture. I sit up. I let my shoulders drop. I gently bring my shoulder blades together just to maybe about 1 centimeter. I hold that for 10 seconds, and then I gently relax. Okay, I go from a bad position. We find neutral, bring my chin to level, drop my shoulders, gently bring them together about 1 centimeter. Relax those upper trapezius, those upper shoulder muscles. Hold it for 10 seconds, and then relax. This is a great exercise where you could do a 10-second hold, working on the endurance of the muscles. You're exercising the muscles between your shoulder blades, the rhomboids, the middle trapezius muscles, sometimes the lower trapezius muscles. It's going to help give you the strength and stability from your shoulder blades to hold your shoulders in better posture. A great exercise. Another cool way that you could use this exercise if you work at a computer during the day is maybe every 15 minutes, set your phone to give you a timer or a reminder, and you go, okay, I'm going to put the mouse down, I'm going to sit tall, get my chin to level, drop my shoulders, gently bring them back onto my chest wall, hold it for 10 seconds, and then back to work. Great exercise to help decrease neck pain and headaches. Let's go into the next exercise as a progression. For our third exercise, we're going to do a progression from the previous exercise. Previous exercise, we did the scapula pinch. Let it drop, gently pinch together, right? Maybe from a back view, looks like this. I let it drop, gently pinch, maybe just pinch back 1 centimeter, hold it for 10 seconds, relax, let it drop, gently let it pinch. That's a great exercise for sure. But let's say we want to take it to that next level. We're going to take a piece of therapeutic tubing that I found at this local sports store. I'm going to hold my hands with my thumbs out. I'm going to do a very similar exercise. I'm going to let it drop. I'm going to gently let it pinch, just like we did. But now I'm going to add a little bit of external rotation of my shoulders. External rotate, hold it for a second or two, and then back. And this is a great exercise for not only strengthening rotator cuff, but also your scapula or shoulder blade muscles between your shoulder blades. We start with maybe 10 reps, and you could easily build up to maybe 2 or 3 sets of 10. Great exercise for strengthening those shoulders to help that shoulder posture so you're not in that rolled shoulder bad position. Great exercise. Give it a try. I think it feels great. Okay, let's look at our next exercise on helping posture. For our final exercise for helping posture, this is one of my favorites. If you've seen several of my videos, you've probably seen me maybe mention this before in the past. But one of the things that I love to do for my patients that suffer neck and back pain that have poor posture is do a nice drill where we're going to take everything that we learned about the neutral pelvis, the neutral neck, and the neutral shoulder. We're going to put it all together. What I have here is a 1/4 pound bag of polyurethane beads. One of my patients made this for me. But this could be a Ziploc bag with some rice or some beans in it. Not a bad idea to start light because we could always go heavy later. And then what I'm going to do is apply this directly to the top of my head, kind of right in the center. This is going to create what's called axial load, increased weight-bearing stimulus through the spine. Weight-bearing stimulus does two things for the spine. It tells the tight muscles of the neck to relax, and it tells your one joint deep muscles that stabilize and protect your neck to start to switch on. In third world countries where people carry things routinely on their head, they have a fraction of the neck and back disorders and disabilities that we have in Western culture. On the opposite side of that, low weight bearing would be like astronauts at the European Space Agency floating horizontally between tubes. Research shows that when astronauts return from spaceflight starts to cause osteopenia and osteoporosis of the bones, and it causes atrophy of the core muscles of your spine, your neck, and your back. So low weight bearing starts to decay the neck and the back, and it'll give you a worse posture. Now, what does low weight bearing look like for all of us that aren't astronauts? Low weight bearing looks like this. When I sit, I get half the weight bearing of standing. When I sit poorly, I even get less weight bearing. And then when I'm reclining in a recliner or lying down in bed, I get virtually, nil weight bearing on my spine. So what this exercise does, I put it on. Now I've got a little bit of weight bearing stimulus to start getting my postural muscles to engage. What I want to do is I want to fight what the weight wants to do. The weight wants to pull me back into that bad posture. So I sit tall, whatever height you're supposed to be, lower your chin to level. If it's hard to know if you're getting your chin level, look in the mirror and check. Get your chin to level, make sure that the weight doesn't hurt, of course. Use a weight that's comfortable. And I can hold this for 10 seconds and then relax. And I could do this as an exercise, hold for 10 seconds, do it 10 times. Or one way that I like to use this exercise is a functional exercise. I'll get my patients up, I coach them how to find a neutral in their neck, and I just have them walk around for 2 or 3 minutes to feel what it feels like to have those core muscles engaged in your neck, and then look into the mirror and see what it looks like to have that nice posture. The nice thing is after you train a little bit with this, you go to take it off, and later you go to drive your car, and now you have this muscle memory of exactly where your head should be. So an expert, Dr. Carolyn Richardson from Australia, taught me one time that you can't really tell someone how to have good posture. They have to feel the good posture. I thought that was a great thing that she said. So when you hold yourself tall, you get your chin to level, when you feel those core muscles come on, that's going to start to become your new normal. But if you're used to this posture, after a while, that's going to be your new normal. For my patients, I show them what good posture should feel like, and many of them will say, it feels foreign. It feels like my chin's too low because they're so used to having their chin up. Have your family or loved ones check you out sometimes when you're not thinking about it and get some feedback on where your chin's at. I've even seen myself on videos where my chin was too high. So this is a great exercise. Add a little bit of a Ziploc bag, a little bit of rice and beans, find chin neutral, walk around your house for 2 or 3 minutes, try it 3 times a day, and watch in a week or two if you don't start noticing you're being more aware of your posture, more aware of where your chin's located. This is one of my favorite exercises for improving posture. Well, thanks for watching today's video on 4 exercises to improve your posture. Give them a try, drop me a comment, let me know what you think. Remember, all the exercises should be pain-free, and you can always subscribe to our channel to receive more videos like this in the future. We appreciate you guys watching. It's goodbye for now, and we'll see you next time on Physio Tips with Mauro.